We want more and more. In this race for more and more, we have disturbed the entire nature. That's the problem. This race for money and race for material luxuries started from the West. We are now chasing the West. China, India, the developing countries. We are not now following the footsteps of the West. West have already developed. They have disturbed the entire environment. They have disturbed the ozone. And now they are sitting very quiet. They want the developing countries to rectify the damage they have done. And that is, in fact, the fight between the developing and the developed countries. Kyoto Protocol, after when the whole world saw that there was great problem, they sat together, and the Western countries, they came to senses, and they said that now is the time that we should do something. They agreed on certain terms. But as you know, the politicians are very greedy, so they have now gone back. And in every yearly conference, they come out with one or the other excuse not to do what they had committed to do in Kyoto Protocol conference. Now again, in Paris we are meeting. We are meeting in December. Let us see what happens. So now this concept of sustainable development. Sustainable development comes because, you see, we have an environment. Whenever we want to develop, we have to have electricity. We want trains, we want cars, we want everything we want. And all this activity that is disturbing the environment. We are now playing with the rivers. That the situation which has been created by the greedy men is that sea level is rising. Global warming is there. Temperature is rising. Sea breeds, they are now on the verge of extinct. Corals, now you won't find corals after 20 years. Because the sea is becoming warmer and warmer. We have disturbed the entire climate, which we call the climate change. Now, instead of rains in July, August, we are having rains in October. The entire world, everywhere there is devastation. Where there was no cold, now it is cold. You are getting ice. This not. Where there is cold, now they have become warm. So this is the climate change which has occurred. Why for? Because we, the man, a greedy man, not thinking what is going to be future for their children and grandchildren, they are just selfish. They want everything for themselves, and for that the politicians and the businessmen are responsible. Sustainable development means that there has to be a balance between environment and development. You cannot say that development should stop, because development has to be there. There are so many things, so many diseases are there. You have to make research, you have to find out the medicines, you have to find out the apparatus and everything, and we have gained, no doubt. The old now have a more comfortable life. The age of old has risen. Childbirth are almost nil, only because of the development which we have made in the field of medicine and health care. Now, when this kind of development started confusing the entire things, a conference was made all over the world, countries collected there, and they just said that we have to have a sustained development. Sustained development means that you extricate from the nature only that much which the nature replenish itself. If you remain on that level, that you extract 4 units and the nature has the capacity to replenish only 4 units, then please don't take out more than 4. If you take more than 4, suppose 8, 10, 12, then the nature will get exhausted. We will become dry.
Les pénuries alimentaires croissantes ont tendance à s'étendre et demeureront vulnérables à l'insécurité alimentaire dans un avenir prévisible, en particulier à cause du changement climatique, de l'épuisement des réserves d'eau douce et de l'érosion des terres. La croissance de la population mondiale et de la demande alimentaire par habitant ne fera qu'exacerber ces problèmes. Ces défis doivent être relevés grâce à la poursuite d'une intensification de l'agriculture respectueuse de l'environnement, en particulier par les petits exploitants agricoles, les investissements dans la capacité d'adaptation au changement climatique, la forte réduction des pertes dans la chaîne de production alimentaire et en encourageant la réduction rapide et volontaire de la fécondité. Les villes et le développement urbain constituent un autre défi ultime et prioritaire. Les villes présentent souvent des taux de croissance ingérables, sont malsaines pour leurs résidents, comptent d'importants bidonvilles qui se développent, dépendent de technologies désuètes en termes de transport et d'énergie, sont menacées par de graves catastrophes environnementales et ne parviennent pas à générer suffisamment d'emplois pour offrir du travail à leur population souvent jeune. Comme la durée de vie de l'infrastructure urbaine est très longue, les décisions prises aujourd'hui en matière d'investissement risquent d'enfermer les villes dans une utilisation non durable des ressources et dans des environnements malsains pendant longtemps. Pourtant, les villes offrent aussi un énorme potentiel pour un changement positif et sont souvent à la pointe de l'innovation dans les technologies et politiques. De plus en plus, les villes sont le pivot du développement économique et de l'éradication de la pauvreté, l'inclusion sociale, la durabilité environnementale et la bonne gouvernance. Les décideurs politiques ne connaissent généralement pas assez bien l'ampleur des défis environnementaux, sont trop focalisés sur des objectifs à court terme et sont excessivement influencés par les intérêts partisans qui résistent à la transition vers la durabilité. Souvent, les politiques environnementales sont compromises par la croyance qu'il faut opter pour la croissance économique maintenant et puis nettoyer plus tard. Mais les expériences de nombreux pays montrent que le coût nécessaire pour nettoyer plus tard peut être prohibitif. Plus grave encore, comme le monde a atteint ou dépassé de nombreuses limites planétaires, il est impossible de soutenir les politiques donnant la priorité à la croissance. D'autres voies de développement sont disponibles, mais les gouvernements de nombreuses régions du monde doutent de leur faisabilité, en surestiment les coûts et manquent de confiance mutuelle quant aux véritables intentions de chacun de relever les défis de développement durable. Même dans les scénarios les plus optimistes, certains changements climatiques sévères sont désormais devenus incontournables. Par exemple, dans les décennies à venir, la fréquence et la gravité
atenta contra su propia supervivencia. Está destruyendo el ambiente y las condiciones normales de vida en el planeta. La carrera armamentista y la guerra así como el peligro real de una conflagración nuclear que destruye toda la vida sobre la Tierra, hace necesario un gran esfuerzo de solidaridad entre todas las naciones para defender lo más importante que poseemos, la supervivencia de la especie y de su entorno. Así nacen los derechos humanos de la tercera generación o derechos de la solidaridad, como los llama René Cassin. Resulta indudable que no puede haber desarrollo ni paz, ni reconocimiento del patrimonio común de la humanidad sin una acción efectiva de carácter internacional que permita la vigencia de estos derechos de la tercera generación. El hombre realiza una serie de prodigios técnicos con la revolución industrial, pero el progreso material de las técnicas y de las sociedades se realiza a expensas de la naturaleza y de sus recursos. Debemos entender que los recursos naturales, además de limitados, son en muchos casos no renovables, o por lo menos renovables a plazos demasiado largos. A pesar de ello, el hombre derrocha recursos en material bélico, industrialización, consumo irracional, contaminando el aire, las aguas y el suelo. El uso racional del ambiente implica una conciencia ecológica mundial. Inmensas áreas se han vuelto casi improductivas por la erosión y el agotamiento como consecuencia del mal uso, el pastoreo excesivo y la deforestación, tornándose áreas desérticas. En mi país, cuyo desarrollo industrial es bastante incipiente, comienzan a presentarse situaciones graves de contaminación ambiental que afectan nuestros ríos, arroyos y lagos. La depredación de los bosques y la erosión adquieren contornos dramáticos. El ambiente, entendido como el sistema biofísico que la sociedad humana integra, constituye en Paraguay un patrimonio colectivo indivisible e inalienable. El artículo 8 de la Constitución Nacional dice: las actividades susceptibles de producir alteración ambiental serán reguladas por la ley. Asimismo, esta podrá restringir o prohibir aquellas que califique peligrosa. Se prohíbe la fabricación, el montaje, la importación, la comercialización, la posesión o el uso de armas nucleares, químicas y biológicas, así como la introducción al país de residuos tóxicos. La ley...
Then Mr. Seni was in charge of that forest. He said, we had put a bait on that side, therefore the tiger will come for a kill. Krishna Iyer got wild. He said, I am president of the Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. I don't want to go on that side. Come back. He said, we can't go in reverse. Then what Krishna Iyer told me, we were 11 persons in that vehicle which was going on that side. It was a camper. He said, how many of us are vegetarian? He said, 9 out of 11. He said, close your eyes, pray for the life of this calf, and I am very sure there will be no kill. He had firm determination. He said, it's an environment which is made by the good, by the vibrations the noble people have in that area. And children, what we saw when we reached there, calf playing with the 2 cups of the tigress who was drinking water. Wow. And there was no kill. And we came back, he wrote it's written in the golden letters, in that book of the Forest Lodge. We saw a disciplined, honest life of a beast as against a human being who kills his own kith and kin for lust of money and power. This is how he has written it. This is what you have to learn from it. This is
So, you students have heard the learned speakers, and since the time is short, we will not enter into a concluding speech. Only one thing I want to impress upon you, that the world has reached a stage of now or never. Things are so bad that if we see to ourselves only, our selfish interest only, then we are bound to ruin. So now or never, so this is the stage where the world has to do things to keep the world in order and improve it. With these words, thank you very much for listening us so patiently.
One more time, let's clap very, very loudly. See, thank you. Yeah, CMA style now. And you really are, before that, let me just tell you, children, you are so good. Before that, each and every judge was commenting how disciplined and how well behaved you really are. And you really are, Thank you for being so good, for being here in this auditorium, in this hall. I wish we had time for a question answer session, but we are running very late. Thank you for your presence, and thanks. I hope you take a lot from here today. All the very best. Thank you, children.